All right, boys and girls, moms and dads. Who can I see out there? Oh, I wish I could turn the camera around and look out and see some of my friends out there. Indeed, I do. All right, well, look at who we're going to talk about today, Cordelia. All right, now your moms and dads might not be old enough, but some of us remember songs like Cordelia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. But it wasn't Cordelia. That was Cecilia. Anyway, we got Cordelia on the docket today. All right, there she is. Doesn't she look like a happy one? All right, here we go. Oh, these pages. A friend gave me this book. It's so brand new. The pages are sticking together. Okay. Oh, man. What a happy smile that is. She's out running in the grass. Here we go. All right. Cordelia could fly along with the breeze. What seemed impossible, she did with ease. Oh, off she goes. The deeper her courage and confidence grew, the higher she went, the higher she flew. From the top of her head to the tip of her toes, the more she believed, the more that she rose. Up, up, and away. Cordelia could fly. She always just knew the faith in herself was how it was true. When she trusted her heart and trusted it whole, she could sing with the birds, songs filling her soul. Yeah, words rhyme a little bit like Dr. Seuss, don't they? Yes, indeedy. All right. Trying to get that glare off the book for you. All right, that's a little better. From overhead, the earth sparkled and gleamed, a world filled with friends and magic and dreams. Up in the sky, she would make the moon smile, dance with the stars, and laugh all the while. Oh, the man on the moon was a lady. There's another song. Probably anyone probably knows that one. All right. Cordelia's world was vivid, colored, and bright. Joy filled her days, beauty filled her nights. Well, look at that, man. Isn't she just as happy as can be? I love those little socks or tights or whatever those things are. It's like my shirt today, my shirt. Woo! On the camera, sometimes my shirt makes my eyes get dizzy. But the stars are happy, the moon is happy, the stars are full of color. Oh boy, I like it when I can look out at night and see the stars. Her happiness was endless, her delight only grew, until the day others doubted, she flew. Now notice something here, boys and girls. Notice a nice bright color, and now look, now we're just going to white, okay? All of a sudden, her world is not so bright. They didn't see her sing and play. They didn't see her fly. No one would believe her. They didn't even try. She used lots of ways, as many as she could find, to explain what was possible, but no one changed their mind. No one seemed to listen. No one seemed to care when Cordelia explained how she flew in the air. She's, whoop, ready to go. They said that she was silly. They said that she was wrong. They made Cordelia doubt who she'd been all along. As their words filled her head, her heart began to sink. Does who you are depend on what other people think? So Cordelia stopped doing the thing that she loved, the thing that made her happy, that made her who she was. She didn't fly and sing with the birds and the trees, no twirling, spinning, smiling, no gliding on the breeze. Look at the birds. What are they doing? Looking for their buddy, Cordelia. She didn't wish good morning to the whale in salty air as the sun warmed her skin and the wind blew in her hair. Look at, now no one has a happy face. Mr. Gull, Mr. Penguin, that huge whale, blue whale, Mr. Porpoise. She didn't visit the moon to try to make him grin or play games with stars, seeing who would win. Boy, oh boy. Not everybody's sad. Cordelia began to walk in an ordinary way like everybody else on an ordinary day. As the days passed, Cordelia stayed on the ground. See what color it is. Do you see what color? Yeah, gray. Life became gray. There you go. There was no color. There was no sound. She missed the stars and the moon. She missed the bird's sweet song. She missed the mighty whale. Everything was wrong. As she thought about her friends, her sadness became anger. She was mad at herself for letting other people change her. Who was anyone to say if she could or couldn't fly? What was or wasn't possible if they didn't even try? Look at that face, huh? Yeah, that is a face of gathered determination. With confidence and strength, Cordelia began anew. She was the girl who could fly, and she knew that this was true. As Cordelia ran along, a feeling began to start. It was soothing of her soul, a healing in her heart. And we're going to talk about the book when I'm done, but look at that. Just there you go. Look at the color that's come back in because she was once again believing in herself, right? She remembered who she was, and that day she loved to fly. As the doubts of others fell away, she rose into the sky. Cordelia began to fly again, to sing and play and soar, because what others thought didn't matter anymore. She knew just who she was, knew who she could be, and this belief in herself set Cordelia free. Oh, I love the artwork. Just because another can't see this world like you doesn't make things impossible or mean that they are not true. Happy Star, the end. Cordelia can fly. Let's read the back part, okay? Then we're going to just kind of thumb through the book and notice a few things. Cordelia can fly over the ocean, up with the birds. Wherever she wants to go, she does. It's her favorite thing. It's what makes her happy. It's what makes her who she is. Until one day she hears the whispers, people cannot fly. It's impossible. And suddenly, Cordelia can't. Another modern day fable about believing in yourself and your dreams and flying wherever you want to go. Well. Okay, we're going to thumb through the book again. Boy, I wish you could tell me what you got out of the book. Can you climb out? No, not yet anyway, can you? Maybe one day if I'm making bacon and you'll be able to smell it come through. We'll have a smell-o-vision, you know, but until then. All right, so here's this little piece I want to read up in front. So the author of the book, Michelle Nelson-Schmidt, wrote these words. Why did she write the book, right? She wrote it, she said she wrote it for Joyce, who braved the skunks after dark with me. So she must have had a friend that went on a hike with her. For Hope, who believed in Cordelia when she was still just a whisper in my ear. And so she had a friend that encouraged her to write the book. You know, sometimes people, they think they want to do something, but they're not sure. And Michelle had a person who came along and said, you know what, go for it. Isn't that a great friend? Friend who comes alongside and says, well, listen, you know, I think you can make the baseball team. I think you can play soccer. I think you can run. I had a friend that came along and encouraged me. I couldn't run a lick. And then before you know it, I could run just a lick. I never got really very good at it. But you just start off slow. And so that friend came along, said, you can swim. So I swam. You can take a long bike ride. So I took a long bike ride. So exercise is important to me. And I had someone who came along. I hope you have friends, or hope you can be a friend that can come along someone. So she said, for my friend Hope, who believed in Cordelia, in other words, who believed in this idea, this book, when she was just a whisper in my ear, and for every one of us who's been knocked down to the ground. Boy, oh boy, I hope you haven't been, but most of us do kind of get the wind out of our sails at one time or another, but chose to get back up. Amen. To become the hero of our own story. All right, so we're going to kind of zip through it. You know what, boys and girls, have you ever had a dream where you could fly? I really remember that as a dream. I'm kind of getting older, hate to admit it, but when I was a kid, maybe 6, 8 years old, I used to have a dream of the house I grew up in, Belvedere, and my bedroom was on the second floor and in the back. And so to get out of my bedroom, I had to go through my brother's little bedroom and then through my parents, and then around the banister to get downstairs, excuse me. And I would dream I would fly down that banister and the front door would be open, and out I would go. And I'd fly around Belvedere. Yeah, it's the coolest dream. So I can relate to Cordelia. Yeah, she went higher and higher. Yep, that's a good dream. I don't know that I ever flew with the birds, but do you ever look up and wonder what it looks like from the bird's eye view? I do. And sometimes the birds are so high up, they're just like a tiny little speck in the sky. And she was just believing in herself and having a great old time. And the seagulls, excuse me, I keep saying seagulls. Those are penguins. All right. All right. Penguins? No, now I'm not sure. Now I got my head all goofed up. All right. Yep. Not penguins. What am I thinking of? Somebody out there is trying to tell me. Pelicans. That's the big word. I started with a P. I was close. So we had pelicans and we have porpoises. Must be the day for P. P. That's the letter of the day. All right. All right. And she's so happy. She's living her life. She's experiencing everything. But then what happened? Others began to not believe in her, right? That's when her world began to change. Because she was surrounded by some people who were whispering to her, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Well, it's so important who we listen to, isn't it? Cordelia was listening, hearing voices, and at first listening to voices that said, well, you can't do that. They said, you can't fly. No matter how she tried to explain to them that she could, well, they just wouldn't listen. No one seemed to listen. No one seemed to care when Cordelia explained how she flew in the air. So here's one of the big sentences. Does who you are depend on what other people think? Well, we want to be aware of what other people think, but we also want to be confident in ourselves. And it's great to have a friend come along and say, you can play soccer, or you can play basketball, or you can do this, or you can do that. But we also have to believe in ourselves, don't we? And so Cordelia then began to turn around, but not yet. So first the birds are looking for her. Hey, where's that girl I used to fly with? And the pelican there, and the blue whale, and the porpoise, they're all looking for her. The moon, and sometimes our own attitude about ourselves affects those around us, right? And so these people that had were so used to Cordelia flying and having a good time with them, they were sad too. So Cordelia began to walk in an ordinary way like everybody else on an ordinary day. Oh, look how gray it is. It's just life isn't the best when we don't believe in ourselves. And there will be in all of our lives people who will tell us that we won't. I remember somebody saying something that really was hurtful to me. And they said that a long time ago. But I had to resolve that I'm not going to let what they said be true. I am going to work hard and enjoy what I do. Okay, so Cordelia reached a point where she just got mad about it. She's like, you know what? I'm done listening to them. I'm going to chart my own course. I'm going to be my own person. I love how the author or how the person who drew it, sometimes they draw their own book, sometimes somebody else draws it for them. But I love how they went from first to gray and then more and more color. Notice the color even in her socks changed until finally at the end, off she goes, back with the pelican, off with the bluebird. Cordelia began to fly again, to sing and soar, because what others thought of her didn't matter anymore. Well, we certainly want to have confidence in ourselves, don't we? And there she is being flipped up in the sky. And or is that the blue whale waving its applause with its two huge fins right there, okay? The end. Cordelia can fly, and so, my friends, can you. I wish you could tell me what it is that you like to do. Hey, I'm rhyming some things today. Okay, well, super duper. That's our book for today. I got a suggestion from one of my friends this week about a book, and so I really welcome your suggestions. And if you want to send them to me over at my email, probably most of you young kids already know how to use computers, don't you? So anyway, you can email me at just my name, kurtgamlin@gmail.com, or my office email is called kagoffice@earthlink.net. So what are you going to do to keep up that confidence in yourself? Well, maybe it'll be soccer this time of year, or maybe you're going to learn how to play the piano, or maybe you're going to get better at teaching your dog how to do new tricks. Well, there's all sorts of things that you can do. So anyway, hey, it's been super nice being with you. Super glad that you stopped in with me. And I hope that you have a terrific rest of the day. And if you'd like to share your story about what it is that you're going to do, I will get back to you and tell you how proud I am of you. But if you don't, that's okay. Either way, I'm just happy that you're here and you keep up that self-confidence, that belief in yourself. Okay? Thank you much. You have a great rest of the day. All right. Bye now.